Hello, my lovely people. I hope you're all doing well. Because today, I've got some crazy updates to share with you about a free 5-star character and a bunch of spicy version 3.5 beta details. So let's start with the wildest part. According to some recent info from DK2, it looks like Dan Heng's new form, which is expected to drop in version 2.6, might actually be free. I mean, are we dreaming? Did HoYoverse wake up and choose generosity today? If this turns out to be true, it's going to be huge. And if you're not caught up yet, let me give you a quick rundown. This new Dan Heng is expected to be a 5-star fire character who walks the preservation path. And honestly, his kit sounds cracked in the best way possible. What makes him super unique is that he can apply buffs that allow your teammates to summon dragons, and not just some visual flair. These dragons are treated as the summoned creatures of the ally, not Dan Heng himself, which means even if that ally swaps out, their dragon stays on the field like a loyal companion. This makes him incredibly flexible, especially if you throw him into a team with characters like Feinon. And because he's a preservation unit, he's not just bringing dragons to the party, he's also bringing defensive strength, making him a solid support backbone. Seriously, I'm already imagining the wild team comps we can build with him. But hey, before we all start planning our polls, just a reminder that all of this is early beta info, and things can change. So keep a little pinch of salt handy, just in case. All right. Now let's talk about what's cooking in version 3.5's beta. First up, banners. Starting with Phase 1, we're expecting the debut of Hyselin, a new 5-star physical character who follows the Nihility path. Then, moving into Phase 2, we're getting the banner for Sidrida, another 5-star character, this time from the Wind element, and she follows the Harmony path. She's gonna be a new support option, and from the early info, she's sounding pretty interesting. Now for the rerun banners. Some good news for those of you who missed a couple of fan favorites. According to reliable sources, including our usual data miner Homcat, we're looking at a Kafka and Silverwolf rerun in version 3.5. So yeah, DOT and debuff enjoyers, it's your time to shine again. If you've been kicking yourself for skipping them the first time around, this is your redemption arc. But it doesn't stop there. Version 3.5 is also introducing a new map called Singing on the Sea, Stichosia. Not only does the name sound poetic enough to be a hit single, but the map will come with new exploration content and some fresh quests. So yep, new places to explore and probably more lore to unravel. We're also getting a brand new 4-star light cone in 3.5 called Maze Restaurant Forever. This one's gonna boost your attack by 16 to 32%, and after using your skill, you get an additional 8 to 16% attack bonus, which stacks up to 3 times. Now here comes the good news. Unfortunately, there won't be any new planars or relics in this update. But before you throw your phone, hear me out, because we are getting new ice materials, which seem to be prepping us for something very, very cool in version 3.6, most likely March 7th's new form. Something else that's actually really exciting is the addition of Relic Synthesis, a stat customization. In this system, your existing wishful resin will be automatically converted into self-modeling resin. And now, when you synthesize relics, you can actually choose one main stat, and if you use extra resin, you can even choose up to 2 substats. That's right, no more begging the RNG gods for crit rate. All right, let's move on to the events, because 3.5 is bringing in some real gems. First up, we have Old Brews and New Friends. In this event, you will craft magical drinks from salvaged recipes found in Dreamflux Reef. And along the way, you'll bump into familiar faces and get swept into some whimsical dreamscape madness. Then we've got the big main event of 3.5, and it's a total change of pace from what we're used to. Instead of battling it out non-stop, this one's all about peaceful, slice-of-life gameplay. You'll be managing a farm and running a restaurant deep in the maze alongside your favorite characters. Every in-game day, you'll be planting crops, cooking up dishes, and serving customers while trying to increase your restaurant's star rating. As you get more stars, up to 4 of them, you unlock more crops, more recipes, better staff, and cooler upgrades. So yeah, it's basically Trailblazer Tycoon, and I'm honestly here for the break. And just when you think that's all, there's also going to be a rerun of the Space Station Task Force event, which was first seen in version 1.3. So if you missed it the first time, here's your chance to dive in and see what all the chaos was about.
That's everything I've got for now. Whew, that was a lot. But I hope you're as excited as I am.
Thank you so much for watching.